Technology's getting into schools, making things easier for teachers, often more fun for students. There's a website called StumbleUpon, which helps people find the best web pages for them. And the head of growth for StumbleUpon is 24-year-old Aaron Jin. And his latest project is finding new ways that technology can enhance education. And you're going to do this through something called a hackathon, which my wife would say, well, he must be a crook if he's doing a hackathon.
Yeah. Hackathon is basically, we call it a marathon coding event. And after I finished...
also, we old people misunderstand the use of the phrase hack too, right?
Oh.
Hack doesn't mean break in?
No, I back in sort of the 90s it had that sort of connotation, but today it means creativity, and you have sort of limited time, so how do you create an outcome that you want with limited resources? And a hackathon, you usually have 24 hours or a very short amount of time to solve a problem.
So you're doing this in Miami on October 11th, and for a winner gets a $5,000 prize if, after coding for 24 hours straight,
they make a product that the judges think is like, wow, that's pretty amazing. So the goal is to, with that short amount of time, you can find a very creative solution to a problem that's been, around for years.
What makes you so certain that technology has solutions?
It's already working right now. We see a lot of very successful education startups popping up. Kahn Academy, which is
well, let me explain that. Kahn Academy, it's an online academy started by hedge fund analyst Sal Kahn, who once tutored his young cousin to help her with math.
That worked out well, so then I started tutoring her brothers and more cousins and all the rest.
To save time, he posted his lectures on YouTube and was surprised to discover that thousands of people, soon millions, had watched them.
What Sal Kahn has done is amazing.
Now Kahn is funded by Bill Gates, and he offers web lectures on everything from history to economics to computer science. You just happen to be good at teaching?
Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
But bringing his skill to government schools threatens the blob.
There's a huge bureaucracy, most of which wants to say no to change the system.
It's a blob, people call it.
It's the blob, and it is. And I think what's fun from our point of view is that we are able to reach students outside of the blob.
And inside, too. At first, teachers felt threatened, but most came around when they saw how their kids got excited about learning.
They're happy to walk in the door every morning. They're excited about math. It isn't, oh, we're doing math. It's like, oh my gosh, we have math this morning. That's great.
You're just like learning new things. It's way more fun to do math.
So finally, after all these years of kids being bored in school and not learning math, that's over?
I think it might be.
So what other new cool things will make a difference?
So we have another startup based in New York called Skillshare, which is what I like to call the iTunes for education, where you can go on there, search any topic from learning how to play volleyball to learning coding, and then there's a teacher available, whether around you, who can do like a one-on-one type session, or online. So consumers now can go and pick a topic and can learn from the best in their area without ever going
to... They pay a fee?
Yeah, they pay a fee. It's all whatever the teacher wants to set, and there's multiple teachers competing for that same group of students.
There's also something called Schoolology. What's that?
Now you can have a single place where you can track the progress of your child over the course of their life.
You get a daily report card.
It's where they can communicate about whether grades or report cards or participation in extracurricular activities.
The parent no longer has to wait over a month for the first report card.
Yeah, the feedback loop's a lot faster, which lets you can make changes very quickly.
And then there's Remind 101. What's that?
That was started by one of my friends, and basically he always had trouble remembering, what was due the next day, what did I have to turn in, and so he developed this platform which basically allowed teachers to text message their students safely.
And Remind 101 asks some Michigan students and teachers how they use the app.
Most of my teachers use Remind 101 to remind us of upcoming quizzes or tests.
They receive reminders on my blog. Many of today's students tend to not look there though, but they do look at their phone instantly.
A Harvard study found text technology increased classroom participation and homework being turned in?
The response rates for text messages is usually over 80%. I mean, just think about how you use text messaging now. Someone sends it to you, and that little one is still up there, and you haven't responded, you automatically like try to open it and click it. Students, people my age, we're always on our phones, we're always texting, so.
And I hate all of you. But thank you, Aaron. I don't really. And next, more good news. School's so much better that kids like school.